Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakakadash. Double honors the apostles and elders, great millstone, and rule well. And Shalom to all the brothers doing the work of sincerity and truth. Yeah. Pushing the word to the four corners. Shalom. Because I call them rooters, going into how, Bank of England pushed up the interest rates, and the Fed did as well. They're basically saying like, what? Inflation's gonna be hitting 10%. That shit is fucking funny, bro. Cause yeah, my workplace we got the paychecks today, and we got the paychecks today, and what do you call it? For me, I calculated on mine. It went up by like a percent, like national insurance anyway, which is what I think it went up. Well, I think it went up by 1.25%, something to that effect, depending on how much you make. I think it's more if you make more. But yeah, people were commenting on the difference, because why? It's shit's got tighter. Where whereas with what's it called? Um, Salak. Whereas even if your paycheck stayed the same, and the price of everything's gone up, man. The gas prices energy prices have gone up. Gas, coal, electricity, etc. Food prices have gone up. Vet prices of all over the gaff have been on the up and up. So people are feeling it. BOE flags risk of recession and 10% inflation as it raises rates again. Yeah. Says that the Bank of England sent a stark warning that Britain risks a double whammy of a recession and inflation above 10% as it raised interest rates on Thursday to their highest since 2009, hiking by 0.25% point to 1%. Hey. The pound fell more than a cent against the US dollar to hit its lowest level since mid-2020, below $1.24. Tragic. Remember, fuck it, bro. The pound used to be, bro. The pound used to end the world, bro. I remember there was a point in time you were getting like $2 to a pound, bro. $2 to a pound. That shit was wild. I remember buying shit off eBay in America just because it would be so much fucking cheaper, even with like the delivery than getting it in the UK. Shit was wild, man. That was when every Jake you knew was doing imports from the US and selling them on, because shit was dirt cheap. Now it's the opposite. That pound is struggling. That pound is quaking. The knees are shaking. It's like Brexit done it out. Oh shit. As the gloominess of the BOE's new forecast for the world's fifth largest economy caught investors by surprise, they also trimmed bets on central bank hiking rates aggressively this year. Short-dated British government bond yields slid sharply. The BOA's 9 rate setters voted 6-3 for the rising bank rate from 0.75%, with Catherine Mann, Jonathan Haskell, and Michael Saunders calling for a bigger increase of 1.25. Oof. Economists polled by Reuters had forecast an 8-1 vote to raise the benchmark borrowing costs to 1%, with one policymaker opposing a hike. Well, you know what? Let me skip down because the bit that it's getting into all the talk. Okay. So inflation to top 10%. Says what British consumer price inflation hit a 30-year high of 7% in March. Is that a rasclarted 30% high? A 30%? Hello? 30-year high. More than triple the Bank of England's 2% target. That's fucking funny. And the central bank revised up its forecast for price growth to show it peaking above 10% in the last 3 months of the year. Yeah. That shit's not a surprise. It previously predicted a peak of about 8% in April. The BOE said British inflation would peak later than in other big advanced economies due to a cap on household energy tariffs. Fuel bills jumped by 54% in April, and the BOE now sees a further 40% increase in October hitting the economy. Yeah, them energy prices, it's yeah, that's gonna be peak. people are already getting fucked. Real post-tax household disposable income, a measure of living standards, is forecast to fall 1.75% this year, the biggest calendar year drop since 2011, and the second biggest since Bank of England's records began in the 1960s. So the biggest since 2011 and the second biggest since Jesus. So it really shows what's going down now is of quite the level of scale. So that is actually kind of wild. Voters in local government elections on Thursday are expected to punish Prime Minister Boris Johnson over the cost of living crisis and for breaking his own sea lockdown rules. Yeah, but the joke is bro, there ain't no one else to vote for. That's the funniest shit, man. I'm like, bro, you talk it like men are talking. It's like, bro, is this who the fuck else are they gonna vote for? Bailey said inflation would the most hurt those with the least bargaining power and those who are often least well off, describing that impact as a great concern. The Bank of England kept its forecast for economic growth this year at 3.75%, but slashed its forecast for 2023 to show a contraction of 0.2% from a previous estimate of 1.25% growth. Yeah, so recession time, baby. And, they're predicting that. But in reality, well, I believe that's they're saying, like, if the status quo is maintained, this is the thing, is there's going to be more knock-on effects, especially with the conflict between Ukraine and Russia, how that's going to impact energy, how that's going to impact a variety of fields. It's not going to be that slow of a decline, man. That recession's coming. Then people are going to be toast, man. Hell. You mentioned recession. People start getting flashbacks to 2008, 2009, when they were broke as hell. Destroyed. This is while growth in the first 3 months of this year has been stronger than the Bank of England predicted, it expects the economy to stagnate in the second quarter due to an extra public holiday and reduced sea testing. It sees a nearly 1% fall in GDP in the final quarter as the next energy price rise kicks in. Yeah. It's gonna decimate people, man. Their grannies are gonna be freezing to death, bro. It's actually gonna be wild. It's happened before, anyway. Jeremiah 50:1. The word that the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. Yeah. And as it happened to, the former Babylon, it's going to happen now as well. Those same, idols are going to be confounded. Now, what the things that people are worshipping is it's different celebrity systems, money, wealth is one. These different institutions Esau has within the society, like science, like Hollywood, like these various like social media and whatnot. All these different avenues for you to kind of just get yourself lost in and lose your mind. This is what, now people are worshipping, people are idolizing. Those things are all going to come down. The money as well. It's the wealth is something that Esau's kingdom's known for. That's gonna be it's gonna be toast. Because why? It's all all these things Esau's built. These structures, these systems. That's what everyone loves. That's what everyone wants from America, man. That's part of the appeal. That's what has them fucking with it. So when these systems are failing, all the benefits that were meant to come from fucking with, the beast, fucking with America, fucking with the West, start becoming detriments, then what? Some nations are just gonna be like, yo, what's up? Even the other Edomites, they're gonna be looking like, we're fucking with America. America's messing us up. Like, what's going down? Man, obliterating economies because they can't fuck with Russian oil. They're just gonna be like, yo, what the fuck's that shit? Ezekiel 28:4, it says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore thus saith the Most High Power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. Yeah. All that wisdom, all these different systems, operations Esau's got for mitigating and controlling these things. It's gonna get to a point where what? All of that is basically gonna be a pipe dream. Because why? When it comes to the time of judgment, and the Lord's going to put a spirit on them, just like now. Where people looking like, why is Putin doing this? It's like, oh, this is crazy. It's turned the whole world against him, blah, blah, blah. But why? It's because the spirit's been put on him. Because, hey, it's that time to build up that contention and paving the way for the Third World War. Revelation 18:2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. Yeah, everyone's in bed with that harlot. All that defiled money and abundance that, America's sitting on, the whole West is really sitting on. That's what everyone's fucking with. That's what's getting them up in the game. And the merchants of the earth are wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies. That's a big part of why they're fucking with. Being waxing rich. But it says what? Let me skip down. Verse 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And the king and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried, when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? Yeah, they're all drunk. They're all basically like, look, they're looking to mess with it. And what there's gonna be a legendary lament, man, because they're gonna be like, no, because why? That whole lifestyle that was delivered to them through the interactions and trade with the US. That's all they're like, yo, it's lost. But hey, that's what we're seeing. It's like even Esau's looking to end his current monetary system to bring what? That charagma, the mark. That's gonna be the system he's actually looking to fuck with. He's looking to utilize it so that what? The elites can stay on a superhuman level and everyone else is abased. Okay, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yashab, Shalom.